Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Express. Today we're diving into a big part of conversational English, phrasal verbs. If you've ever wondered why native speakers say things like give up, run into, or look forward to, you're in the right place. Phrasal verbs are made up of a verb and a preposition or adverb, and they often have unique meanings that can be tricky to figure out just by looking at the words. But don't worry, today, we'll break down some of the most common phrasal verbs, show you how to use them naturally, and share tips to help you remember them. Let's get started. To start, let's talk about what exactly phrasal verbs are and why they're important. A phrasal verb is simply a phrase that combines a verb with a preposition or adverb. Together, they create a new meaning that's different from the individual words. For example, give and up come together to mean to quit or stop trying. So, if you say, I gave up on that project, it means you stopped working on it. Native speakers use phrasal verbs all the time, so learning a few can really improve your understanding and make you sound more fluent. Let's go through some common examples and explore how they're used in everyday conversations. Alright, here are some of the most common phrasal verbs you'll hear. I'll give you a definition and example for each one. Give up. This means to quit or stop trying. For example, I was struggling with the math problem, but I didn't give up. It's a great way to express persistence or talk about quitting. Run into. To run into someone means to meet them unexpectedly. For instance, I ran into my old friend at the grocery store. It's used a lot when you bump into someone by chance. Look forward to. To look forward to something means you're excited about it. For example, I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's a nice way to talk about things you're anticipating. Pick up. Pick up has a few meanings, but one common one is to collect something. For example, I'll pick up the groceries on my way home. Another meaning is to learn something new casually, like, I picked up some French while traveling in Paris. Turn on / turn off. Turn on means to start something, like an electronic device. Turn off means to stop it. For example, can you turn off the lights before you leave? These are really useful for everyday instructions. Catch up. To catch up means to reach the same level as someone or something. It's also used when you want to reconnect with someone. For example, I need to catch up on my work, or let's catch up over coffee sometime. Now that you know a few common phrasal verbs, let's talk about how to remember them and use them naturally. Here are some tips. Tip 1. Learn phrasal verbs in context. Just like with idioms, context is key. Instead of memorizing a list of phrasal verbs, try to learn them through sentences or real-life examples. For instance, if you hear someone say, I'm looking forward to the concert, you'll remember look forward to as something related to excitement or anticipation. Tip 2. Group them by theme or meaning. Some phrasal verbs have similar meanings or are used in similar contexts. Grouping them can help you remember them better. For example, give up, run out of, and cut down on can all relate to stopping or reducing something. Seeing these connections can make them easier to recall. Tip 3. Practice using them in conversations. Try to use new phrasal verbs in your conversations. If you just learned catch up, use it when talking to a friend about plans. For example, I'd love to catch up this weekend. Practicing in real life is the best way to make these phrases feel natural. Let's go over a few different scenarios where you might use phrasal verbs. I'll give you some examples of how to work them into sentences so they feel more natural. Talking about daily routines. Wake up, I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. Get up, I get up, make coffee, and start my day. Run out of, I ran out of milk, so I need to go to the store. Using phrasal verbs to describe your routine can make you sound more like a native speaker. Describing future plans. Look forward to, I'm looking forward to the party next weekend. Catch up, I can't wait to catch up with old friends. Plan on, I plan on going for a hike on Saturday. These are great for talking about upcoming events and plans. Discussing challenges or changes. Give up, I wanted to quit, but I didn't give up. Cut down on, I'm trying to cut down on sugar. Figure out, I finally figured out how to solve the problem. Phrasal verbs like these are helpful when you're sharing things you're working on or changes you're making in your life. Alright, time for a quick practice exercise. I'll describe a situation, and you can try to guess the best phrasal verb to fit it. Ready? Scenario 1. You're excited about your vacation next month. Which phrasal verb would you use to express your excitement? Answer, look forward to. You'd say, I'm looking forward to my vacation next month. Scenario 2. You're almost out of bread and need to buy more. Which phrasal verb fits here? Answer, run out of. You could say, I'm running out of bread, so I need to get more. Scenario 3. You haven't seen your friend in a while, and you want to meet up. What phrasal verb would you use? Answer, catch up. You'd say, let's catch up soon. Practicing like this can help you get comfortable using these phrasal verbs naturally. And that's a wrap on today's episode about phrasal verbs. These expressions are everywhere in English, and the more you practice, the more fluent you'll sound. Pick a few phrasal verbs from today's episode, try using them in conversations or even write them down in sentences. The more you use them, the easier they'll become. Thank you so much for tuning into English Express. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with anyone you know who's working on their English. Let us know in the comments which phrasal verbs you use the most or which ones you find tricky. See you in the next episode, and until then, keep practicing and learning. Bye for now.